Hello, my gorgeous Sagittarius. Welcome back to Fifi and Gigi's tarot readings. I hope you're all feeling absolutely amazing. Sagittarius, I have 3 decks here that I would like to use for this week's reading. I'm going to start first with the Broken Mirror Oracle deck. And yes, the topic for this week seems a bit heavy, quite sad, but I always want to find the positive in the energies just for the collective watching this. So this is of course called After the Heartbreak. So pretty much after the breakup, can this actually be healed? Can we work out our differences? Can we find a common ground and move forward together? Or do all the energies and the cards really indicate that this is actually well and truly over? Maybe you actually did dodge a bullet, Sagittarius. So we will see. I'm going to start first, of course, with this deck. I want to get a bit of a visual of what is going on between you and your person right now. So I'm really focusing on the most current energies. And of course, I will be looking into the near future energies here as well. Just anything. Oh, okay. Wow. Okay. Spotlight came out, putting a spotlight back onto this connection. Interesting. The cards are moving on their own. They have been acting weird all week. So obviously I use the same deck or decks, sorry, for all the other star signs, and they have been just acting really, really weird. All right, Sagittarius, here we see red flags. Yeah, well, of course, there might have been some red flags. They just, I hold on to the cards really tight. I've even got thickened skin here, but if they start kind of exploding out of my hands, for me, that indicates there's going to be some kind of change. There's going to be some kind of movement. Let's do 2 more. Last one. All right, here we go. Sagittarius, what do we have at the bottom? We do have guidance, having faith, healing, intuition, and dreams here. So perhaps your spirit team are guiding you, but where are they guiding you? It's too early to say. They could be guiding you like probably back to each other, or possibly even maybe away from each other, right? It really depends on what we see. So let's get the main messages. Obviously, we are in a no contact situation. Maybe blocked, silent treatment, cut off all communication here. Ooh, wow. Okay. Let's see. What else do we have? Excuse me, Sagittarius. Some of you are viewing this person as a page. Very childish. It says immature, argumentative, playing the victim. And I think that kind of gets a bit tiring after a while. So, okay. There is some unfinished business. There could be a proposal coming in, like an offer, a chance of forgiveness, a chance of reconciliation. With that childish card, there might also be children involved for some of you. Definitely not all of you, but I'm just wondering, I do feel maybe this couldn't have been one-sided, or maybe something they said or an action toward you. You're seeing that as very childish. Not necessarily are they childish, but what they did was also very childish here. Yeah, we got the sick and tired card, completely over it. You know, maybe you want to break these cycles, over it, and a decision has been made here. Perhaps we don't want to entertain this person anymore. Even if there's no contact, what they did was childish. You know, according to your person, if there's still unfinished business and they want to reconcile, some of you are probably just really over it. You know, very like 4 of Cups. Now we're focusing on ourselves with self-love. Love yourself, loving you, taking back control, finally being happy. Wow, bonus message. We've got the 1111, twin flame, runner, chaser, divine timing. This definitely couldn't have been a very intense relationship here as well. So, okay. The thing is, like, I often say that the worst thing, someone's feeling stuck here. The worst thing someone can do is try to control a Sagittarius. Now, I say this in a light-hearted manner. You are known as it's happening again, as kind of like the rebel of the star sign, but in a good way, not like a rebel without a cause. It's just that you know what you want. In that instance, very similar to also like Gemini, in the sense that you know what you want, but you don't want to be someone to hold you down, put their thumb on you and try to control you. I think that's the worst thing that could happen here. Let's see. We've got 3 and 2. Last one. All right, here we go. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Yeah, you're definitely holding back here. Definitely, that's, if anything, if one of the main cards in tarot that shows there's no contact, it's going to be the 8 of Swords. You know, mentally we're holding back. We're not entertaining this person anymore. This is ruled by Gemini, but of course, the person that you're staying away from can be any star sign. That is you. that looks like how you're seeing the situation. It's like, I'm not about to just jump back into a situation or a situationship or relationship if it's going to cause me nothing but stress, right? So in that, I kind of understand where you're coming from. What I love is that a lot of people do not know this, is that the Eight of Swords actually is already promising that you are in a spiritual protective box. We're actually being really kind of nurtured and hugged here by a spirit team based on the decision that you make here. Holding back from the Page of Cups, again, more holding back here. I would not be surprised if this person does reach out with a sorry, an apology, the Page of Cups here. So I said, this childish cup is very page energy, and it's exactly what we got. So we got Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio energy. That is a surprise card. It is followed by an apology. You know, it's like your person feeling very sensitive, a bit vulnerable here, you know, wishing to have a budding romance with you. But again, that's sandwiched in the middle. But what's really dominating that card is the fact that, again, you are holding back with that Four of Pentacles, Capricorn energy, right? It's like you're really holding back your true thoughts, your true feelings, your next move here. You're just being very protective of your energy here. And I think you probably have a very good reason why you're doing that right now. So I kind of like your energy. You're just being very, very, you're throwing caution to the wind here. So a lot of you really do not want to entertain this person absolutely anymore. Wow, really interesting energy. I just want to split that deck. Yeah, the moon, Pisces, Cancer energy, the card of your intuition. Now, on its own, it's a beautiful card of beauty, humility, grace, because you do have grace, right? And you have integrity. But the bigger that full moon, the more shadows that it starts to cast, right? It's fear of the unknown. What lies beneath, right? I can still see that maybe some of you have emotions, but you are throwing a lot of caution to the wind here. Now, of course, it's a card of also illusions. So it's almost like some of you may have fallen for that illusion or that perfect picture of this person. After all, the moon is the keeper of secrets, withholding information, dangerous assumptions, and in worst case scenarios, even secret romantic third parties here. So once we really start to understand the placement of the cards, positions, illustrations, it's a lot more easier to kind of dissect this entire reading. And I can see for the vast majority of you, Sagittarius, you're holding firm into maybe a lot of you knowing that you deserve a lot better. But let's see, we need to get the main messages out. Wow, so on top of no contact, I'm just going to let you write, all my readings are a heads up, so I do need to give you a heads up that this person may want to contact you. I don't feel like it's happened yet because we have the envelope there, it's closed. They've just written it, right? So there could be messages coming in, more an apology. I think it's the desire to reconcile with you though. Oh, that is the most romantic, the most emotional knight, an idealist, a dreamer here. So I don't know if they're just being led by emotions here, but I need to see more, I'm going to say more grown-up cards to show me that they are more than a page and a knight, you know, even more major arcanas, which we actually haven't seen. So when you got the Strength card, that speaks of, you know, obviously forgiveness and unconditional love. You're standing in your power, but we know that the Knights do mean, you know, messages, changes, offers, and transitions in the next short months, all to do with romance here. They may even buy you a gift or something sentimental to pull on the heartstrings here. For you, Queen of Wands, regardless of your gender, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries energy right here. They're hoping that you're going to meet them in the middle. We have equal amounts here of passion, attractiveness, the physical side of the relationship, but also the emotional, romantic side of the relationship. I'm really kind of seeing here at the moment that they're hoping, crossing their fingers, that you don't always see them as it mature, but that you will also take action here. I really see that you're very ambitious with other areas of your life. So that is actually a really good distraction from this person though. But I do see, you know, the Queen, just like the King of Wands, are the masters of movement, taking action, leading forward here with a lot of passion and gusto. Nine of Pentacles, Virgo energy, that's pre-Empress energy here. That's a singles card. I can see here that you're very independent. So that's the thing, like if this person was actually comporting themselves well, you're good with, but you're also good without them. So yeah, like I said, better to be alone than in bad company. You're very, very independent here. I think a lot of you are focusing a lot on, it's like you're giving love a break and you're focusing perhaps on your career, your finances, your study, travel, your stability. That is the card of luxury after all. You can really take care of yourself. And I feel like that you're a force to be reckoned with. This person knows that you do not need them. In fact, I feel like they need you more, a lot more than what you need them. So even if you were to take this person back, you would still remain quite independent here. Queen of Cups. So we did see, it's right here. Yeah. The Queen of Cups is pretty much the queen of self-love, regardless of your gender here. Now, for some of you, of course, there couldn't have been a third party. Doesn't have to be romantic. I'm not really picking that up for a lot of you, but the Queen of Cups loves hard, loves unapologetically, but at the moment you've got very strong boundaries. You're keeping that cup to yourself. You're not even holding it to give it to this person. At the moment, a lot of you are probably not even considering it. So I like this. You're filling up your own cup. Self-worth, self-love, self-respect here. Let's see. Because you're waiting for this. You want that 10 of Pentacles, Virgo energy, which is the dream life manifested, right? It's having a stable, loyal, respectful, loving, and trustworthy relationship here. So let's get a bonus message. The Sun. Ooh, all right. There definitely could be light at the end of the tunnel here. The Sun is my #1 favorite card in the entire deck. Not only is it the most happiest card, it's also the most powerful card. And it really shows that, in terms of the health of this relationship, I feel like it might get back on track here. You just might need a little bit more convincing. That's the thing, or more time. They're going to have to work on this, and they're going to have to be very patient here with you. Ooh, okay. That's about, pure joy, bliss, blessings here. Some of you might have been in a very committed relationship with this person or married, or you knew that there was potential for that. Ooh, okay. We've got 3, 2. Last one. All right, here we go. So I feel like they do want to put a spotlight back on this connection though. Yeah, they're just waiting for the right time. There's that 3 of Wands, Aries energy, which means something big is coming in. So they're coming to shake things up. They know probably what they want to say, what they want to do. They just need to take action. So I feel like they're procrastinating. They're delaying themselves. I feel like there's a bit of self-doubt here as well. It's like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. Then they hold back. It's like, I'm too scared to do it. Let's see. Yeah, see, I said I wanted to see a bit more grown-up energy, and we are seeing it with the Emperor, the King of all kings, ruled again by Aries. So even if you're dealing with a divine feminine, this is a high action card as well. So it's like, it doesn't matter if it's a man, woman, they realize they need to take action, take control of this situation. They've lost control here. And now obviously it's like they want to go like above and beyond, be that boss energy and show, you know what? I don't want you to leave. I don't want to be on my own. Let's work on this here together. Yeah, 6 of Wands. Look at that. Leo energy. So all these wands, okay, all these wands do represent action, and sooner rather than later. And yeah, so 6 of Wands, Leo energy. It's a bit blurry. There we go. It shows that they really want to work things out, and they know, they're very aware that this is not going to happen overnight. They're going to have to work for it. We have the Lovers at the bottom, Gemini energy, number 6 in the major arcana, which is highly influenced by Archangel Raphael to heal this situation. So perhaps that's why we also got the guidance card, right? So what if we are being guided back to each other? I'm seeing some kind of resistance, a blockage, a wall on your end, but I don't blame you one bit. There's that Queen of Cups looking to the future. Behind the Queen of Cups is the Knight of Swords. In front is the Queen of Pentacles. Yeah, for some of you, definitely couldn't have been a third party. Now you're putting yourself first. You're actually teaching this person now. It's like either you come correctly or you don't come back at all. Yeah, you're definitely not going to make any impulsive decisions with that Knight of Swords though. No, 4 of Cups, Cancer energy. It's a real shame that this person did act out, because I really feel here that, I kind of felt like you're really compatible. Some of you may actually disagree. I'm kind of feeling a lot of you feel that you were always on a different page with this person. You're kind of like, what they did, you're not surprised, but it still hurt. The Knight of Cups is clarified, wow, by the King of Cups. Now they want to commit to you. Taurus, Scorpio, and Virgo energy. This is definitely someone that wants to show you that, you know what, you can rely on me. I want to be dependable. Let me prove it to you. Oh, wow. Definitely could be children involved for some of you. It doesn't have to be though. This is definitely someone that wants to settle down. They want to be in a relationship. They want to be married though. So, wow. Now we know their intention. So it appears that, yeah, this unfinished business on their end, they actually want to kind of have a new chapter with you. Oh yeah, you're on the receiving end, and that is you. The Eight of Wands is Sagittarius energy, the second fastest moving energy in the deck. So even if this person is near, in the middle, or really far away, that is Cupid's arrow, that is love messages. It's representing speed, movement, activity, moving forward. So we've got incoming, outgoing messages. There's actually quite a lot here as well. So I do see that you will be responding. Yep. I feel like almost here it's like, nope, I won't do it. I'll keep everything to myself. You know, you just may be very conservative in what you say to this person, but I'm seeing a lot of communication coming up. Yeah, now we've got you again with the Knight of Wands. We got Sagittarius energy, also Leo and Aries, primarily Sagittarius. Okay, this person's really hellbent in a good way that they don't want you to be single, right? It's almost like they want you to focus your attention back on them, back on the relationship. Now, the Knight of Wands has a bad reputation of being the player, and that's not always fair to say that, right? Unless we have a lot of cards pointing that this person is a player. Sometimes that can be a little bit impulsive, so they look quite unreliable. But what's coming, now I'm not saying that about you, it's actually about your person, because this is what's coming to you. And the Knight of Wands is often portrayed as Mr. and Mrs. Right, the knight in shining armor. They want to come and save the relationship here. So I do feel like they do want to they want your attention, and they want your whole attention. So there is a lot of attractiveness, a lot of passion, there's a lot of love coming in. But I think you're being very smart about this. You're like, I'm not going to promise you anything. Let's talk about that Queen of Cups. Yeah, Seven of Wands. A lot of wands in, you noticed. A lot of wands have been present here. So even they can represent a matter of days or short weeks, and a lot of action. So more Leo energy, but that Seven of Wands, it actually represents victory despite past and current challenges. Your person might be feeling a bit overwhelmed. They know that your wall is up. You're being very assertive here, but this is actually really going above and beyond, which is what the Emperor does, going above and beyond to kind of like win you back, right? To show you that I can be this King of Pentacles, that this light, you know, the sun and the rays of the sun are going to bless this situation. So they do want to fight for you. I'm hearing, I want to fight for this, for us. Ten of Pentacles, please. Wow. Ace of Swords, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius energy, a brand new start that is based on the mother of all conversations, lots of clarity. Literally the road before you and this person will be very, very clear. Now that shows, it actually does promise a brand new start, but it's going to be quite challenging. It's not going to be smooth, more so for your person. It's not going to be really smooth for them, because I feel like you still need to wrap your head around having this person in your life, still questioning, do you still want them in your life, for example? I think you're going to make it very clear that perhaps you don't even trust them, but everything's pointing to a brand new start. Let's get some bonus messages. Look at that, Nine of Pentacles. Where's the other nine? There it is. Or else, yeah, it's like I said, better to be alone than in bad company. Judgment, Scorpio energy. It's about rebirth, giving this person another chance. We do have the Magician, Gemini, Virgo energy. I think you're going to give this person news that you would like to try. You would actually like to try with them, but you're only doing it on kind of like your terms here. I can already see that. Wow. I was really expecting like high rejection all the way until the end. Let's get some more bones. I always take out more cards for the outcome, because I do want to see more. But it looks like that after a lot of like evaluation, you are in a position of power. That's judge, jury, and executioner of giving this person another chance here. Three of Swords, Four of Pentacles came out twice. Yeah, there's been some heartbreak and sorrow here, whether there was a third party or not. That is also a chance of healing and forgiveness, but a lot of you are really holding back. You're keeping your heart very close to you for a while. Then we've got the Chariot, Cancer energy. That is like deep success here, moving forward. And we have the Star, Aquarius energy. We are healing this relationship. It's going to take time though. So I see that you're going back and forth. And I can't believe I'm actually saying this, because the cards I was seeing very earlier in this reading all pointed to the fact that many of you wanted nothing to do with this person. It's like, nope, nope, no thank you. No, no, no. This is it. I don't want nothing to do with you. But I'm seeing here a series of conversations. This person rising up, proving to you, like proving to be worthy of actually just being in your presence, being in a relationship with you. That's why I take out more cards in the outcome, because it's never going to be a straight line, end of line. It's always going to start branching out to so many possibilities here. But yeah, they unfortunately, this person did a good job, and that's not a compliment to them, of breaking your heart. So as a result, you're a little bit closed off here. But the Chariot says they want to win you back. That's victory, right? And we got the Star card there. The star is saying we can heal this. Wishes can be granted. That's washing away all the past pain, all the past sorrows here. And it's also the card of destiny. So I'm just going to say this right now. I really do not feel that this is over, Sagittarius. I feel here that in due respective time, it may even take until the end of the year, because that's where your birthday is. And then we've got, of course, Capricorn. They're telling me even up to January, February, even March next year, until you start to think, maybe I can start trusting you a bit more. But I do feel like they're literally on their way. You've got the fastest and the second fastest moving energy in the deck. And we briefly saw the Knight of Swords, which is the fastest moving knight. They're preparing themselves. They're planning. The Emperor is very strategic in, I want to say the right things. They're preparing themselves. So in that sense, there's nothing impulsive about what this person is doing, but they do want to win you back, Sagittarius, and they will pursue you. So this is looking, I have to admit, this is looking really, really good. At the moment, it's not looking good for your person, but they will try. And every time they feel like get knocked back from you, they will try even more. So I wouldn't be surprised if they also send you a gift or something to pull on the heartstrings here as well. But I think what could be kind of like what sets everything in motion is a series of conversations here that kind of lead to being an eye-opener, to more clarity. But don't forget, we have the Ace of Swords. We also have the Magician. That all points to a brand new beginning. And you also got my favorite page, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. That's like a once in a lifetime opportunity. These messages here to clear the air, to get everything off your chest. They will also speak from the heart here. And honestly, I'm surprised, but I'm happy for you. It's actually looking really, really good here. So you pretty much don't have to do anything. This person is actually inching themselves closer and closer to you. And yeah, then the rest is history. Don't forget, we also have the Sun. The happiest, the most powerful card in the deck. And I don't care where it lands. The fact that it made an appearance, it's actually blessing the situation, blessing the reading, and telling you that there is light at the end of the tunnel. So you don't even have to believe it now. You know, when they say seeing is believing, but now people have flipped it and saying, to see it, I must first believe it. So this is a really interesting reading. I find it quite fascinating because they very, very well may win you over. But you're going to be very clear about your boundaries, about the deal breakers here, and they will respect it. So this is beautiful. Sagittarius, thank you for joining me. I'm sorry for talking really fast. I just get so many messages that I'm afraid that I'll forget it. That's the thing. It's like it'll come in and then it'll just leave. So I'll see you this Saturday at 12 p.m. for your bonus weekend mini love tarot reading. I thank you for your time. Power to you. Never ever change for anyone. And we'll see you this Saturday. All right, Sagittarius, please take care. Bye.